and then I got to get back to work. But I wanted to jump on because, you know, yesterday, when I just needed more information, I needed to know more people who had been locked away in rehabilitation clinics. And then what you can simply do is you don't really have to be a rocket scientist here. You can figure out what's going on just by reading the Ironton Tribune. And so let me show you guys a couple of things because I'm gonna have to pull the phone away because I can't reveal some of these sources. But there's some sources here of the information that I want to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys these sources. I'm going to hide just a couple things here. So you guys are see, I'm going to read directly from confidential sources. And then we're going to go down the list created by the Ironton Tribune of what the charges are, what people are being charged with in your town, and how that money goes right back to the city or to the people who own the rehabilitation clinics. And so I'm going to show you guys some stuff right now. And the first thing that I'm going to walk over with you guys, I'm going to show you guys something. So 1 second, it's going to be... So this is the first thing I want to show you guys. Believe it or not, 12foot.io. What that does is makes it so that you don't have to ever pay for a website again. I'm not getting paid for this. I don't know who owns this company, but you take the link that has the private link on it, right? So say you try to read the New York Times and you can't read the Times, then you put 12foot.io like so. And you put the pay link, show me a 10-foot paywall, and I'll show you a 12-foot ladder. So what you do is you put the link that you can't read on there. And I don't get paid for this. I'm not being sponsored. I don't know who 12foot.io is. I'm not making a dime from them. I can't stand the paywalls. And so that's why I'm sharing the information with you guys. Now I'm going to show you guys some stuff here. And I want to talk with you guys about this, and I want to know what you think, if you think this is right or you think this is wrong. You guys tell me. And now let's follow the money. I have a ton of people who were locked away in rehabs that I have to call back. 12foot.io. 12foot.io. It's not 12foot.up. It's www.12ft.io. I don't know them. I'm not associated with them. I use that link all the time though. And I actually used that link today, which to show you the things I'm going to show you now. Okay, so this is my Facebook page, ChilleDeCastro, civil liberties, civil rights, Supreme Court. This is the stuff that I study constantly. So now let's break down, let's go into some serious detail here. And let's break down how the jails and rehabs are making serious money off bullshit charges and ruining your lives. And so this was printed in the Ironton Tribune. This is public information. This isn't anything that I have. Okay, the case has been assigned to Lawrence County Common Pleas Judge Kristen Finley. Now, Miss Finley's dad also is involved in the rehabilitation clinic. She's an owner of a rehab and sends her people to other judges' rehabs. They send them to Kristen's. It's a huge scam. I have 20 people who've told me that this woman sentenced them to rehab when she didn't need to go to rehab. Allegedly. Allegedly. So that's Kristen Finley. Hey, Kristen, guess what, hun? I'm watching and I'm coming and I'm never going to stop exposing. I'm going to keep exposing, Kristen, and I'm going to find out if you're dirty. If you're dirty. If you're dirty, that's what I'm going to find out. Okay? So now let's read these charges, and I want to break these down for you, okay? Let me break it down so you understand. So Jonathan W. Rayburn, which is a shame his name should go in the paper like this. 35 of Ironton, first degree harassment by an inmate. So you're in a dungeon getting fed dog shit, and then you're harassing an inmate? What a load of crap. And then first-degree felony assault on a police officer? What a lie. What an absolute lie. What a lie. If he did take a swing at a cop, it's because he was being abused and beaten. What a lie. What a lie. They're lying on him, and then they go to the judge, and the judge says, guilty. Cop uses an inmate. He uses an inmate that says, oh, are you harassing him? He's harassing you, isn't he? And then they trump up 2 felonies on John, who is in jail and has no defenses, and the judge is rubber stamped guilty. What a load of poop in your pants. I mean, really, what a load of poop. Jonathan, I'm so sorry, brother. Someone of Jonathan's family, reach out to me. I'm going to see if we can help him in some way, because this is all lies. Harassing someone in jail, when they stick you in the dungeon, it's hell on earth. You all harass each other. There's fistfights in there. Harassing someone in jail? Shut up, liars. Savannah Owens, 25. 3rd-degree felony intimidation, 4th-degree felony assault on a cop. Again, another cop. Savannah Owens, 25. Who believes that she attacked a cop? Savannah attacked a cop? Shut the fuck up. Who's Savannah's judge? I don't believe this. Here's another cop attacked. And this is, you guys can see the whole list on my Facebook page. It's all on my Facebook page. Just go by there and read it. I have so many friend requests. I add 20 or 30 people a day, but I'm not ignoring your friend request. Russell B. Carrier, 53, of Virginia, 2 counts of 5th-degree felony theft and 2 counts of 5th-degree felony forgery. So do me a favor, guys. If you're watching, don't DM me right now, because I don't want to expose anybody's names on the direct messages. So you're telling me that it's a felony? This guy's got 4 felonies, 2 counts of 5th-degree forgery. If he did something wrong where he was stealing and forging, this guy's broke and has no education at all whatsoever. Yes, the victims of his crimes need justice, but 4 felonies for a 53-year-old dude? 4 felonies? He's looking at 20 years in prison. What a load of poop. I mean, really, just a load of poop. Just lies. I mean, absolute lies. You think maybe the Ohio Revised Code and the prosecutors are ruining America? Maybe, do you think that's the thing? 4 felonies for stealing and forging something? I think maybe the Ohio Revised Code needs to be revised again. 38 of Core Grove, 4th-degree felony. A felony lasts on your record for life. Failure to appear. Failure to appear, money for this criminal justice system through court and imprisoning you. Why can't we use video appearance like we did during COVID? Why can't Daryl Raymond Bryant of Colgrove appear on video? You call him on the phone and go, you're supposed to be here, you're not here. You ready to have your hearing? We're starting. Why can't you video call him? Why does he have to get a felony for not showing up for the judge, who we know is involved in the rehabilitation clinics here? Nathaniel Blankenship, 41, of Olive Hill, Kentucky, 4th-degree felony to appear. Felon for life for not showing up. And the judges are profiting off their rehab centers. How dare you, Nathaniel? You show up for the money show, brother. Don't you skip the money show, Nathaniel. You didn't show up so the judge could make money? What's wrong with you, dude? K.R. McKenzie, 3rd-degree felony tampering. Remember, just so you guys know, the other day when they arrested me, they said that if I touched my phone, I would be felony tampering. And now you're seeing it. You're seeing it right here. There's the felony tampering charge right there. Pam threatened me, if you touch your phone, I'll be felony tampering. I can't imagine what they did to Kay. I can't imagine. 3rd-degree felony tampering with evidence? You know, if the evidence doesn't bring to court and she doesn't have to get a felony, maybe it's a good thing that the evidence wasn't there. We don't need to lock people in dungeons. It's not helping our culture or our country. It's ruining it. Kenny Ingalls, 3rd-degree felony tampering, 5th-degree felony, 5th-degree felony vandalism? 5th-degree felony vandalism? I mean, he must have burned a building down for have a felony for vandalism. 5th-degree felony vandalism. 3rd-degree felony escape. Another guy who tried to run away from the cops. Oh, the cop said so that he tried to run away. Give him felony. Give him a felony for life. He won't be able to vote, and then you can't vote out these bums. Michael S. Sharp, 46 of Ironton. 4th degree felony domestic violence. I don't know if there was a victim or actual damage or a 911 was called. Today, we just don't know because the policy of cops is if someone calls 911 during a domestic, you just go to jail. Michael Sharp is my age. So if I have a girlfriend and we don't get along and she calls 911 and says, he pushed me, that's a felony. It's ridiculous. If Michael actually created a victim out of his partner, then that's important and we need to talk about that. But locking him in a dungeon isn't going to help anything. It's going to ruin everybody. Michael will get more violent if he was even violent. I don't even know though, because 911 is abused so much when people don't get along and you have to win the argument. Trust me, I know these things. Jessica N. Lawless. Any relation to Jeff Lawless? 5th degree felony theft? A felony for theft? Are you sure? Are you sure we should give her a felony for life for stealing something? You know, let me pop off here real quick. You know who else stole something when they were 18? I did. I stole a bunch of pants and shirts from a department store. Me and a couple other guys, we thought we could get away with it. I stole a bunch of stuff. I did it. I was guilty. I was 100% guilty. We planned it out. We thought we could steal those stuff and get away with it. We're like, we're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And we got caught. I wasn't charged with a felony. And we had like 10 pair of pants and 5 shirts. And, we were trying to steal a bunch of stuff. We thought we'd get away with it. Let me tell you, the most embarrassing thing ever. It's just so embarrassing. But if I had been charged with a felony, then I wouldn't be able to have a gun and I wouldn't be able to protect myself. You sure we should charge them with felonies? Do you think that's a good idea for theft? Or maybe they don't have any money. Maybe they don't have any guidance. Maybe they should have to pay restitution to the person they stole from. Maybe they should have to become educated, learn English and math, and then they have to give restitution to the person that they stole from. And then they build a bond with the person they stole from and they realize, oh man, stealing from this person, I feel really bad. That's a really nice person. But we don't know if Jessica stole anything at all. The cop could have said that she stole something and that's enough. Okay, so then there's that. Okay, so then keep going down here. Cedric LeGarrette, 28, 3rd degree felony tampering. They'll charge you with tampering if you touch your phone when they're arresting you. 4th degree felony improperly handling of a firearm. So he has a gun in his car, and then he goes to take the bullets out. So many people are contacting me about the rehab scam here. There's a scam going on allegedly. Okay, 4th degree felony, inappropriate handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle. 1st degree misdemeanor, using a weapon while intoxicated. While intoxicated, who said he was drunk? Who actually said that Cedric was drunk? So he's got a gun in his car, he's putting the bullets in and out, he's firing his gun, and that right there equals felonies for Cedric. Was there an actual victim? Read the charges again. Does it sound like there's an actual victim of his crimes? Read it again. 3rd degree tampering with evidence, so something he's messing with. 4th degree felony improper handling, so he has a gun in his car. 1st degree misdemeanor, using a weapon, so he fired a gun or messing with the gun, because he might not even fired it. Using it, so because he's intoxicated, now this man's facing 3 felonies, and really just think about that. You're driving along in your car. Just think about it. That's crazy. There's no victim. This man's looking at years in prison. Who's making money off him going to a prison? Who's making money off locking up Cedric? And he's 28 years old. He's just the first quarter of his life. He's just getting going. Timothy L. Henry, 32, 4th degree felony improper handling of a firearm. He had a gun in his car. There was no victim. Timothy didn't hurt anybody. Nobody is a victim of Timothy. He's being charged because they wrote laws that make you a criminal. Improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle. He's being charged for having a gun, period. Think about that. And he's being charged with a 4th degree felony. What a load of shit. I have so many people, I got to pull the phone away when I hear dings because so many people are telling me about this rehab thing. Anybody else, let me just, before we keep going, anybody else get locked away in a rehabilitation clinic, or your brother, your cousin, your sister, your lover? Has that happened to anybody else? Anybody else face felony charges for assaulting a cop? How many people want to fight the police? How many people are swinging? And if you do take a swing at a cop, so just imagine I'm a cop for a second. Just picture me as a cop. I got a badge on, I'm a cop. If you take a swing at me, brother, and you're drunk or on drugs, number one, I can take you down sober. Number two, when you're drunk or messed up on drugs and you take a swing at me, I can take you down easier when you're drunk or on drugs. Do you think that if I sign up to be a pig, that I should charge people with felonies for taking a swing at me when they're not in their right head? Do you think they should be charged with felonies? You think people in jails should be charged with felonies for attacking cops? I don't. You put them in a dungeon. And even if they did attack the cop, I'm not shocked. You put them in a dungeon. And this guy here, you don't get charged with felonies because even if you did take, you did not. It could be anything. It could be you shrugged your shoulder and that's assaulting a cop. Remember, Kent is charged with attacking a cop. Jay Spuljarek charges him with assaulting an officer. It's a felony. He said, I was wrestling him over here. You watch the video. They never touched each other. So what the cop says, if it's not on video, that's your charge. That's why I'm pushing transparency, and I'll lay it out. Anyway, let's keep going. So now, Matthew Paul, this kid is 22 years old. 22. 22 is a full-grown adult, but at the same time, you're still pretty young at 22. Second degree felony aggravated vehicular assault. I would like to know if the victim got hit by a car. If there was an actual assault, if someone actually got hit by a car. Third degree felony aggravated vehicular. So it's the same charge twice. First degree misdemeanor driving under the, so it's a misdemeanor for driving under the influence? What a bunch of shit. They're trumping up charges. First degree misdemeanor under OVI, misdemeanor failure to control. Look at all those felonies. 22 years old. Did he actually hit somebody? Matthew, did Matthew actually hit somebody with his car? Or are all these trumped up charges because you wouldn't get out of the car, you're revving the engine? Think about it. Think about it. It could happen to you. Dakota Potter, Ashland, Kentucky. Third degree felony tampering. Remember, Pam told me the other day if I touched my phone, she charged me with felony tampering. And that's when they were arresting me as a journalist. With tampering with evidence, so he's trying to dump the drugs out maybe? I have no idea. Fifth degree felony vandalism. He must have burned down a building. This guy, Dakota, he must have burned down a building. Okay? Third degree felony escape. Now Dakota's trying to escape. There must have been a massive manhunt. He must have ran through people's houses. Felony escape. You even shrug your shoulders away and you are felony escaping. Sounds like total bullshit. The whole thing. Cops wrote it up. Prosecutors making money if he was on drugs, right? Especially if he's on drugs. Troy D. Edwards. Third degree felony illegal conveyance of prohibited items onto the grounds of a detention center. Hey, Troy, I'm sorry this happened to you because the number one way that prohibited items get into a detention center is by the guards. That's a fact. The number one way is through the cops bring them in, give them to the guards bring them in. But not if you're not making money and you don't have a badge on, then you're fifth degree felony possession of drugs having a fentanyl-related compound. And remember, they can just say it tested positive for fentanyl, and that's it. They can just say it was fentanyl, that's it. Troy needs rehab centers. Does anybody own one? Who works in the criminal justice system? I don't believe this, and moreover, criminalizing drugs is ruining and has ruined our country from top to bottom. And I got this in the Ironton Tribune, just so you guys know. Charles Michael Brown of Colgrove, third degree felony trafficking marijuana. Oh my. Fifth degree possession felony of marijuana. Trafficking marijuana. We haven't learned our lesson yet. I'm going to change this. Charles is going to be heading to a rehab center near you. One of the judge's rehab centers. I'm not going to hide it. The people who I'm working with told me, they said, don't say anything, dude, don't, because and one person said that the judges would kill me, that they would set me, because by the way, this goes far deeper. You want to hear it? You want to see it? Let me show you something. I'm going to have to really be careful here that I don't show anything. So let's read this one right here. Let's just read it. I'm going to show this to you, but I'm going to kind of be secretive here. because I just can't take a chance on anybody seeing anybody's information. Are we covered up there? No, we're not. So let me just read this to you guys. Here's what this says. I have to be off the record. I have a business here, and so I need to keep the owners of the Phoenix Rehab. The office is on the North 2nd Street in Ironton, that interview them, and then they ship them to Butler County. Have you heard of this? These people invested $250,000 each to purchase the facility in Butler County, Ohio. 2 years ago, when the Ironton office sends them to Butler, they all make money off the patients. Lady with long dark hair is the county commissioner, Deanna Holiday. So then I started to research Deanna Holiday. Come to find out, Sean Holiday, her husband, Jim Kratzenberg, been to prison. Brett Guy is a business owner, Jennifer Howard, and the guy in the light blue shirt, I'm trying to get his name. 5 owners paid $250,000 each. Deanne and Sean Holiday, Jim Kratzenberg, Jennifer Howard, Brett Guy. Each of them put in $250,000 each. Let me get this right so no one can see my picture. So let me go like this. These folks right here, each of these folks put in $250,000 each for a rehab center. Look at them, how bright and friendly and fast and fun they are. They all put in $250,000 each for the Butler, Ohio Rehab Center. And then the judges and the prosecutors all work and make sure you go to a rehab center. And then it says here, read this. I'm not going to show anybody's name on this. Read this. The other day in a video, you said a younger Andrea person in court, Andrea Kratzenberg, she's the prosecutor, said some smart-ass remark when you asked for body cam footage. Her dad is Jim Kratzenberg, and he's highly involved in the rehabs. What? Andrea Kratzenberg, who says, yeah, let's give him a diversion program and send him to rehab. Her daddy, Jim Kratzenberg, in this photo right here, okay, Jim Kratzenberg is my family has told me since I was a child how shady he is and never get in business dealings with him. I remember correctly, he used to work for Marathon Oil and stole a semi full of oil and ended up getting caught. But when I try to look it up, I can't find anything on Jim Kratzenberg. But he should be allowed to be involved in these rehab if his daughter is able to get people to them. That's what most people would consider a conflict of interest. Andy Ballard and Waldo ran on a campaign of drug courts. Drug courts. And who's going to the drug courts? Who's going to the drug courts? You are. You got a felony for traffic in marijuana. I wish I had a joint right here so I could just light it up so you guys can see. There's nothing wrong with marijuana. Read the LaGuardia report. It's available for free on my website, DeletelawZ. DeletelawZ.com. Just click free download and read the LaGuardia report. Marijuana has no character changes. Let me tell you how far I've studied marijuana. Let me just tell you how far I've studied it. Marijuana has 0 character changes. 0. Your character does not change on marijuana. Doesn't change. Marijuana, according to Sanjay Gupta's study on driving under the influence of marijuana, does not impair you when you drive a car. Unless you never smoke marijuana ever, and then you take a puff of weed, then you could be impaired. Anybody who smoked marijuana regularly, according to Sanjay Gupta's study on driving under the influence of marijuana, anybody who smoked marijuana more than 3 times a week had 0 impairment while driving. Think about that. Think about that. This man's charged with felonies. And who's the money going to, Lebowski? To the jail. Who's the money going to? To the rehab centers. Who owns those? The prosecutor does. And her daddy. Andrea, you fraud. Looking at me in court with your painted on eyebrows and you think I didn't see right through your fake ass? I sure did, honey. And now there's going to be an investigation because just so you know, let me finish my thought. When my people told me, the people working with me, I don't have a team. I'm one person on a team. I hate that. Oh, let me get back to my team. Who the fuck are you, bro? You're one person. If these people didn't help me, I would be powerless. The team that I'm working within, the people who are working with me and helping me to achieve the goal of helping you, It's just it's just the ego mentality that we all have. We all have egos. Now let's keep going. Let's keep going down the line here. Let's keep going. Hey, I would love to see that, but don't DM me right now. I don't want your name to pop up on the screen. Maybe I can zoom in tighter. Yes, I can. I'm just going to try to make sure that no one's name gets exposed here. So Michael, 5th degree felony for marijuana when marijuana has no character changes. And let me finish that just so you know. So a lot of people, you know, one of my best friends in West Hollywood, California, one of my closest friends, he's a gay guy from another country. And he said to me, Chille, I'm going to stop smoking marijuana for a little while because I'm having these problems, you know, I'm having these problems. And I said to him, Andreas, I said to him, I have studied weed to the end of time, dude. If you're having a hard time, you're having mental psychosis, it has nothing to do with the weed. You would be less than 1% of those people where marijuana affects them in an adverse mental way. If you're having a hard time mentally, it's because you're going through some sort of other life strife, some sort of other thing that's making your life difficult. Marijuana is the miracle chemical all the way around, from the wood to the pharmaceuticals to the industries that it creates, plastic, parachutes, newspapers, you name it, firewood even. Marijuana is the miracle plant of our country, of the world, but they won't let us dig into it because it could have the cure for cancer. Can't do that, big pharmaceutical industry. Sorry about that, Michael. I'm sorry I can't help you right now, but when I'm governor, I'm going to make marijuana completely criminalless, and everybody can grow it and share it and sell it and burn it. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to end it. It's bullshit. David L. Ricky of Ironton, 4th degree felony possession of heroin. Criminalizing drugs does nobody a service. Oh, wait, unless you own a rehab clinic. Well, or unless you're the prosecutor and your daddy owns it. Or unless another judge owns it and you can transfer it to that guy. Oh, it'd be a conflict of interest to send it to my rehab center. Let's send David over to Waldo's rehab center. No, let's send him over to Ballard's rehab center. We don't want to have a conflict of interest. And then Ballard will send him over to the other guy's rehab center. And then you create, and then Ballard and Waldo create drug court. So for diversion programs, you can go to rehab centers. I know I hate to say the truth here. I hate to say the truth. Now, this is just crazy. I'm going to show you this first, and then I'm going to read you the blurb at the bottom that I wrote. My responses are in all caps, okay? Amanda Dawn, I'm so sorry this happened to you. 1st degree felony trafficking, there's no victim there. If she had fentanyl, I don't know, whatever. People are addicted to drugs. Criminalizing them is not helping our drug problem because we do have one. 1st degree felony possession of drugs, there's no victim there. Nobody's a victim of Amanda. No one's a victim of her trafficking. People choose to do the drugs that she has. She has created 0 victims with her first 2 felony charges. 2nd degree felony aggravated trafficking. What the fuck does what does that mean? What does aggravated trafficking in drugs mean? I don't know what aggravated means. I'd love to find that out. Within the vicinity of a juvenile. Well, let me just tell you something, okay? Every single kid in Ironton and in the tri-state area are subjected and have seen people use drugs. Drugs are everywhere. Every kid has seen drugs, but now they can steal her kid. Trafficking within the vicinity. Now the CPS gets involved and they all make money by trafficking, by adopting out. They're going to help your kid. They need 16 people to help your kid. They got to get a guardian ad litem. They got to get a judge. They got to get a hearing. They create a whole juvenile court system. But meanwhile, that kid has seen people do meth, do heroin, smoke weed, shoot cocaine, you name it. The kid's seen everything. But now it's Amanda's fault that kid has seen everything. 5th degree felony aggravated possession of drugs. Again, there's no victim. 3rd degree felony illegal conveyance of a prohibited item. There's no victim. And then onto the grounds of a detention center, they're the victims. The people living in a dungeon are the victims. There are 0 victims here, none. CPS will steal her kid and the judges will profit from the rehab centers. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. I'm not afraid. William F. Allen, 5th degree felony possession of drugs. Go into a rehab center near you. Go into a judge's or a prosecutor's rehab center near you. Michael Bailey of Coal Grove, 3rd degree felony trafficking of marijuana. Marijuana. I wish I had a joint right now. I'd smoke it right here in front of you guys. More bullshit. Nobody gets hurt from weed, but Michael Bailey does. Michael Bailey's facing 3rd degree felony trafficking. 3rd degree, man, 3rd degree, huh? 3rd degree burns? What a bunch of crap. Joshua Barnett of Ironton. 5th degree felony trafficking in fentanyl, 2 counts of 4th degree felony aggravated trafficking, no victims. You're not saving anybody from fentanyl by using the criminal justice system and the judges' rehabilitation centers. Let me ask you guys a question. If those judges' rehabilitation centers are working so good and you're sending them there for so long, months on end, why is the drug problem not getting any better? Why are more people going to drug rehab centers than ever before? Oh, because the ownership are the people who work in the criminal justice system. That's why. You don't got to be a rocket scientist here. You don't have to be a super smart ninja. If those judges' rehab centers are working so good, why are they packed? Why do they just keep on growing? Oh, and the real one is that in the Lambert Rehab Center, Mike Lambert is the medical examiner to determine whether or not you need to stay. And if you don't stay, according to Judge Waldo, when he talked to Glancy, he said if you don't agree to in-house patient, then you're going to go to jail for 180 days. So your choice is a dungeon or incarceration in their rehab centers. There it is. Second-degree felony trafficking drugs, second-degree felony possession of drugs, no victims. 4th degree felony trafficking, no victim. 5th degree felony aggravated. There's that. Anybody tell me what aggravated means? I don't know what that means. What does aggravated possession mean? Does that mean the drugs were annoyed? 5th degree felony possession of cocaine. 2nd degree felony illegal manufacturing of drugs. 3rd degree felony aggravated trafficking of fentanyl within the vicinity of a juvenile. Steal his kid, steal his kid, steal his kid. The kid's not going to have a better life, but that's okay. The juvenile has seen drugs and drug addiction since childhood. CPS will steal the kid, and the judges make money off their rehabs. No victim here, only the kid and Philip, who's the victim. W. William Wilburn, 46, 3rd degree felony, conveyance of prohibited items onto the grounds of a detention center. That could have been cake, it could have been a cell phone, it could have been anything. But what it wasn't was a gun. It wasn't a gun. Nobody was trying to shoot their way out of the detention center. It could have been some weed, could have been some blow. 2 counts of 5th degree felony possession of drugs with prior drug convictions. He really needs to go to rehab for a long time. 5th degree felony possession of criminal tools. Oh, criminal tools. He had criminal tools. You're not allowed to have tools that could actually bypass the dungeon security. That's for the guards to do. 5th degree felony possession of a controlled substance. 5th degree felony. I mean, come on. No victims, none. Felony, felony, felony. The kid's going to be stolen, and you may be there for a very long time. Follow the money, Lebowski. Follow the money. 5th degree felony possessions of drugs. Another felony for drugs. F is for life. Lifetime felon for drugs. He needs rehab. Judges, you have one? Prosecutor, you have one? Anybody got a rehab for James? James and I are the same age, and he's got to go to a rehab now. What was his possession of drugs? What do you have? Doesn't matter, does it? He's the victim of the state now. 5th degree felony aggravated. There's another aggravated possession. Aggravated. Is this the Ohio Revised Code? Maybe it sucks. How do you aggravate drug possession? Oh, bigger sentence and longer rehab with aggravated word there. With the aggravated word. Add the word aggravated, and man, you know what? There it is. 5th degree felony aggravated. What's an aggravated possession? 3rd degree felony tampering. Oh, so she had some drugs. Cops came. She tried to dump them out. Felony for that. Don't you try to get away from going to the dungeon. Another human labeled a felon for life. Carissa, the state wants to ruin your life. And then she can't vote these scumbags out. Tampering. It's everywhere. The cops say tampering. The prosecutor needs the conviction for you to go to their rehab. Am I lying? Who owns all the rehab clinics? What the this is such bullshit. Aggravated. It's an aggravated trafficking. I don't know what trafficking is. I know what trafficking is. You're just moving drugs, but it's aggravated now. Aggravated trafficking. What a joke. She's the victim. Help her. No, well, yes, in my rehab. Let's get Ziana into my rehab as quick as we can. Cha-ching. Heather J. Ratcliffe of Chesapeake, 5th degree felony, aggravated possession of drugs. 1st degree misdemeanor, driving under the influence. Why would it be a misdemeanor if you're driving under the influence? Wouldn't it be a felony? Aren't these backwards? I guess not. Aggravated possession. Are the drugs aggravating? Sounds like Heather has 0 victims in her wake and now she's a felon for life. I can't put her in my rehab. I'll put her in the other judge's rehab. This is a system of corruption. Just think about it. Just think about that. Just think about it. Just think about it for a second. The judge says, well, I can't confine them to my rehabilitation center, so I'll confine them to another judge's rehabilitation center. And then the other judge, what he says is, I can't confine her to my rehabilitation center, so who owns the other one? The prosecutor. Let's confine her to the prosecutor's rehabilitation. And does that person get better? No. Because you saw there, it was a repeat conviction, a repeat drug offender. You're offensive, state. You're offensive, Ohio Revised Code. You are offensive. Locking up our people in dungeons or having them be piggy banks for these judges and prosecutors. Oh, Waldo. I'm going to change this. Joshua M. Hay, 5th degree felony, aggravated. Joshua's 24 years old, and he has a felony aggravated possession. You aggravated the drugs, felony for life, put him in a rehab. Who owns one? I mean, am I lying here? Did we not trace it back that all of them are owned by the prosecutors and by the judges? 5th degree felony possession of a controlled substance, 3rd degree obstructing justice. There it is. There's your felony right there, 3rd degree felony. You obstructed. We were trying to do something and you didn't let us do it. And so there you get another felony. We're going to ruin your life, surely. We're going to charge you with obstructing. And then you have to fight this. Obstructing justice. Any video of that? No. Cop said so. Prosecutor now says, it's the drugs. Put her in rehab. How did she obstruct justice? In which way did she obstruct justice? I don't believe it. Comfort L. Goody, 23, 5th degree felony possession. Ruined them. No victim here, and now she's a felon. Not shocked at all. John, 32, of Henderson, Nevada, right outside of Vegas. Felony possession. 50 grams of hashish and marijuana. So just so you know, oh my God, another felony for weed. Hashish has never killed anybody, not one person ever in the history of time, and marijuana has never killed anybody ever in the history of time. These two things that are felonies have never killed anybody. Meanwhile, alcohol is the #1 drug killer of all people. But it's sanctioned. Someone's making money. Oh, so this must have been this. Okay, so these two people, that's from Las Vegas. Just so you know, Henderson, Nevada is just outside of Las Vegas. So Josh and Heather came to town or in town, and now they both have felonies for marijuana and felonies for felony. Weed and hash never killed a single. Okay, felony. Everybody's got a felony. Everybody gets a felony. Bowling Green, 5th degree, aggravated possession. They're aggravated again. Garrett needs a rehab. Felony possession of heroin, but there's no victim. There's no victim. What is this? I just got sent this. And as you guys know, I will expose everything. You're not going to give me anything that's not going to be exposed. I'll anonymize your name. I'll anonymize your voice. I'll hide your phone number. But I will expose everything, and I don't care. I don't give a damn if people don't like it. We are entering into the digital era. You no longer will be able to go, it's done. It is done. So I could keep going on this. There's a couple more. I should give everybody their due. I'm big on this, making sure that everybody gets heard. And so I just want to make sure that everybody gets seen here. I don't want anybody to not get their voice heard. And so, yeah, that was the last one. That was the last one. I'll show you guys the last couple things. So, and this is on my Facebook page, ChilleDeCastro. You guys can go to my Facebook page if you want to read this on my Facebook. I'm sorry if I haven't added everybody. I have 1,000 friend requests. So it says here, this guy, 5th degree felony, but there's no victim. The only person is a victim is Robert, who obviously has a problem with heroin and he needs help. But instead of that, we're going to put him in a judge's rehab where he's not going to get better. He's going to do it again. This is my final thing right here that I say. This is such bullshit. Who wrote the Ohio Revised Code, and why drugs are a felony? What does aggravated drugs even mean? I was pissed off by the time I got done. I was just pissed off. By the time I was done reading, I was literally just furious. I was just furious. Because there's not one single, there was a domestic in there where there could have been a victim, and there was a car where they charged the guy with felony assault of a vehicle. But did anybody read about anybody being killed and ran over by a car? Did anybody read that? I never read that. Did you read that? I've never seen that. Did anybody read that? Let me turn the chat on so I can see what you guys are saying. And listen, do me a favor, guys. Listen, and I'm going to say this for the last time. Listen, I just will block your email or your phone number. I don't give a shit who says anything about me. I don't care. I don't care if people make videos about me. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time, because I open every email because someone could need help. Don't send me stupid shit from trolls. I don't care. Stop sending me videos. People are making videos about me all over YouTube. I don't care. Stop it. I got work to do, right? I have work to do, okay? Someone put a super chat up. Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't see it. That's right. We don't care. We don't care. I don't care. And just so you guys know, and I'll address this, and then for the love of God, stop sending me shit. I don't care, okay? The losers who make videos about me on YouTube, remember, I'm giving them a career. They have no mission, they have no purpose, they have no honor, they have no valor. They watch my videos to try to get little clips that they can use so that they can have a career. You're welcome, guys. Make videos about me. I will not, matter of fact, I gave I'm not going to mention anything, but I'm going to take away something that I did to someone on YouTube because they copied my video from top to bottom, but I'm actually going to remove that, because if people want to take my whole video and do it, dude. If it gives you a career and you can put my face up and make fun of me and you're going to make some money, good for you, brother. Good for you, man. Take my face, put a Hitler mustache on me, put some makeup on me. You can stuff in my mouth if you want to. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. So stop sending them to me, okay? Please, if you support what I'm doing, stop sending me these people who are just beta males videos. Remember, these people have no mission. There's no purpose. There's no valor. There's no drive. Their drive, remember, these people are waiting for me to put out a video so they have something to talk about, right? And so for me as a human being, I have crossed over that valley. I don't give a flying, I don't care. Take my face, man, copy the image, and then make me like Max Headroom like they did on that Ironton police video. Make it so it say, I'm gay and I love big black dicks. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I just don't care, okay? Anyway, all right. Listen, I have more work to do. I got to call back one of the team members who just called me when that interrupted the live, so I'm going to give him a call back. Anybody else been locked in a rehab? I'm going to, eventually the money trail is going to go back to the feds giving money for rehabilitations, and then you're going to trace it back to the judges passing victims back and forth between their rehabilitation centers. It's going to happen. And so I'll just finish with this. This will be the last thing, and then I'm going to hang up. Okay. So last night, my group of people who have been working with me, and I have people all over the country, they all said to me, dude, don't say anything. Don't expose this. They're going to kill you. They're going to kill you, dude. That's what they told me. All of them. Every person, including Susan Bassey. Susan Bassey is fighting the corrupt criminal justice system in California. But Susan said to me, Chille, don't go directly after these people because they'll kill you. And the way that they'll kill you is they'll arrest you for no reason and then leave you in a dungeon and take you out of the public eye. That's what Susan Bassey told me last night, that if I expose the corruption of the criminal justice system and all the judges and prosecutors who own the rehabilitation centers, that they'll send the cops after me to arrest me, to wrongfully imprison me. That's what she told me they would do to me. That's what she said to me. And I thought about it for a minute, and then when my legal advisor left, I sat there for maybe 5 minutes. It took maybe 5 minutes for me to think about it. And then I popped on here and I said, who else has been victimized by judges' rehabilitation centers? Because we don't stop under any circumstances. Under any circumstances, we will be transparent and we will expose you. We will expose your corruption. You cannot hide from me. You cannot run from me because I am the camera and everybody has one. I will not be detoured. I will not be intimidated. I will not ever stop because we don't stop. We don't stop. And you guys better find that out real quick. Transparency is here. Welcome. All right, I gotta go. Thanks you guys for the support. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless the United States, and pray for the love of God someday we get to justice. All right, I'm out of here.